Welcome to Swedish Guy That Flies. This is the fly-by-wire A320 that I really got into here big time. So that's what I'm flying right now. We are at gate number 10 at Will Rogers World. So that's Oklahoma. We're going to fly from Oklahoma down to DFW. Should be a nice short flight. And weather is excellent, although it's cold. It's unseasonably cold. I actually moved from Dallas to Sweden not too long ago, last year. So I know the difference, but it is. I think it's pretty cold also up in Oklahoma still, some negative Celsius there. All right, we are also using SayIntentions, and we're going to use 2 features, or maybe it's 1 picture. This is the Intercom. Channel 1, I can talk to the cabin crew, and we have Madame Piaf, who is the lead flight attendant, and yeah, she's the one that takes care of business in the cabin. And my co-pilot is Brian, so I can call him on channel number 2, which I have mapped to my joke buttons. So you're going to hear them through the flight, and Brian going to help me with the comms once we get up in the air, which is super handy. So let's start things up here in the cockpit. I'm not the pilot, so this is, if you see something wrong, it's because, yeah, I'm not a pilot. So let's go up like this overhead, and external power, turn on that while we are waiting, seatbelts, and we're gonna use TSX as well. Let's turn on all the pumps, and we want to put on the ATIS nav. Okay, let's turn on the iPad. Import sim brief. It's already loaded. Here we have Oklahoma to DFW. And it's pretty nice route. Let's see what fuel we have on board. We're gonna use GSX to refill, so we have 8,000. So we just need a little bit of fuel. We didn't call that up. Also, one feature that I kind of use here is to talk to the ramp, because actually the ramp can help you with different things. I have GSX now, so I'm gonna just use the ramp to call for the jetway, and then I use GSX to actually start the boarding. Cockpit the ramp, please give me the jetway.
I don't understand. Could you please clarify your request?
Okay. Cockpit to ground, or cockpit to ramp, could you please extend the jetway? See if that works.
Ground to flight deck. We're connecting the jetway now.
Okay, that's better. Oh, and we see it's moving there. Which is nice. All right, let's get on GSX as well, so we can start the boarding. I think we should actually, what we should do, we should fill her up before we start board. Actually, let's do that.
Refueling truck is on its way. Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it.
Gotcha. All right, I want to make sure I have real time. I don't know why he doesn't give me that immediately. Okay. And I think the fuel truck is so cool. I mean, it's so detailed. He's gonna be a little crowded here with these. It's all right now. We're gonna observe this guy here. So this is integrated with fly-by-wire. So I don't need to do anything more. It's so funny because these guys, they really take their time. Look at that little thing coming down there. It's so cool. Alright, we can do other things in the meantime. Can go to the MCDU here, and I have pre-ordered the MCDU for WinWing, so we can do this kind of a little bit more realistic instead of doing it on the screen. There we are. I guess I could load this now, but I'd rather do it once. I think the way you do it is that you put this in once everything is loaded, so we're gonna do that once we get the fuel. We can look over the flight plan. So let me just load sim brief. Alright, so we keep going from now we see that we're loading fuel, and actually you can see that now. You can see here it's counting up. It's not much we needed, so it's going to be done in just a minute, and then we can start boarding. So I didn't have to do anything, I just called for fuel. And he's loading 359 pounds. Maybe that's just only so far. So we want to have 10,000 pounds. Ah, okay, so he's counting up here. So 9,500. Yeah, so he's getting close. All right, let's get back to the MCDU. Where were we? Departure. We're coming from 17 left, and we're flying over Muddy 3. And we're getting a manual there, so we're gonna delete that. Clear discontinuity. Alright, so then we're gonna look at DFW, which I'm very, very familiar with. I've been flying in there as a passenger many times during my time in DFW area. Okay, let's see. Victor 2 is our arrival. Alright, and transition is rebuckle. Okay, let's see. Alright, very straightforward. We should be done. Alright, we're done here. So let's start with the guests. And we're gonna hear the boarding call from SayIntentions. Here we are, and we are requesting boarding.
Boarding requested.
So now GSX payload sync is enabled, so now he's in charge of all the payload here, which is pretty cool. And I don't know why he asked that. We do both.
Pilot's boarding starting.
So he's asking if I want to attach the tug, which I'm not really interested in. Okay, crew boarding has started. Let's go up overhead. We have the APU available. So we disconnect the external power, turn on the APU bleed, because I always forget that. Get the little air conditioning going. What we can do too is to listen to ATIS.
NE7 right, 17 left, 13, 18 advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold
30,
short
16.
instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Victor. Will Rogers World Airport, information Victor. 1952 Zulu. Wind 215 at 15.
Okay.
Visibility 10.
And you can also ask your co-pilot to do the clearance for you, but I'm gonna do that myself. And just because of that, I forgot what
instructions.
The information Victor.
Advise
okay.
on initial contact.
All right. Rogers clearance. This is Osprey 823 flying to DFW, requesting IFR clearance with the information Victor on board at gate 10. If you are trying SayIntentions, there's a link down in the description. You can get a free trial. They're on. This took a little bit of time here.
Osprey 3 Charlie Hotel, cleared to Dallas via the Mud 3 departure, then as filed. Climb and maintain 5,000. Expect flight level 21010 minutes after departure. Departure on 119.3, squawk 3514.
Cleared to Dallas via the Mud 3 departure, then as filed. Climb and maintain 5,000. Expect flight level 210 minutes after departure. Departure on 119.3, squawk 3514. Osprey 823. Okay, let's dial in the squawk 3514.
Boarding has started and the first passengers are aboard the plane. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard this flight from KOKC to KDFW. We are thrilled to have you with us today. Please take your seats according to your boarding passes and stow your hand luggage in the overhead bins or under the seats in front of you. If you need any assistance, don't hesitate
this
to
is the
reach
voice
out
from
to our wonderful
the
crew.
SayIntentions
Thank
cabin
you for
crew.
flying with us.
Cabin crew, could I get a cup of coffee when you have a minute? I know you're busy.
Of course, Captain Krista. I will bring you a cup of coffee as soon as I can. Thank you for your patience.
All right, she's so nice. Oh, look at that! I have a cup of coffee. It didn't come, but that's where I put my coffee. She didn't make that appear. All right, so we are boarding. Loading our passengers boxes here. Very nice. All the suitcases. There we are. It looks like we are now boarded, everyone, and I can ask the cabin crew just in case. Cabin crew, is everyone on board and seated, please?
Yes, Captain. We're almost done with boarding. Just a few more passengers to find their seats. I'll keep an eye on it.
Yeah, so actually...
Ladies and gentlemen, we're just about ready to take off.
Done.
If you haven't found your seat yet, please do so as quickly as possible.
Maybe some people are running around a little bit, but we're doing okay here, so we're gonna fill in our flight computer. What did we have? 10,000 pounds. So we had 10,000 in block. There you go. Fill in the performance. I already calculated that. And we see flex temp 67 and 136 on the speeds. 67, flaps 1. Oh, my memory is good but short. Okay, 136. 136 on all these. Okay, let's just there we have that. Okay, so what we can do now, because it's just about time. I thought we would be we're leaving, we're gonna pull back at 55, so we're at 48 now, which is nice. Have a little time to look things over. I think everything looks good and we are ready for pushback. So it's pretty cool here on this. We can look at announced pushback. So this is kind of the next step that they will do on announcements from the cabin. And then up in comms here it says I'm responsible for the comms. So once I tell my co-pilot Brian to take care of the comms, this is going to change and says co-pilot.
United 45 requesting clearance.
All right, so we have the clearance. We have everything loaded. We have the radio is set. Performance is set.
I'll have your clearance in just a second.
Init is done. What we could do here, we could do ask for the wind data. Next phase. And next phase. Okay, flight plan. And I don't want to pull out too early. So what we can do, let's do like this. We can get Navigraph up so you can see the route we're flying. Oh, come on. There we go. Unload this. Load our current. There we are. So here we go. I can also ask Brian to do, yeah, so it's very easy here. We're flying out of Oklahoma and then into Texas, DFW. And we can also ask our co-pilot to do the departure briefing. Brian, could you please do the departure briefing?
Sure, Krister. Here's our departure briefing. We'll be departing from runway 13 right. We'll be flying the Mud 3 departure with an initial climb clearance to 5,000 feet. Transition altitude is 18,000 feet. After takeoff, we'll follow the SID profile. Weather at departure shows no significant weather expected en route. In the event of an engine failure below 400 feet, we'll continue straight ahead and follow ATC instructions. Above 400 feet, we'll follow the engine out SID procedure, climbing to 3,000 feet before turning back. For any abnormalities or emergencies before V1, we'll reject the takeoff and apply maximum braking. After V1, we'll continue the takeoff, handle the emergency, and communicate with ATC. We've been cleared as filed. Squawk code is 3514, and departure frequency will be 119.3. We're configured for takeoff with flaps 5. V1 is 142 knots, VR is 147 knots, and V2 is 152 knots. We'll climb out at V2 plus 10 knots. I think we're ready to go, Captain.
Thank you, Brian. Yeah, he actually did something wrong there. I don't know why he said 13R. A couple of things that was wrong. I had to feedback.
You're welcome, Krister. Let me know if you need anything else.
SayIntentions, if he's confused on way. Well, otherwise there were some things that were correct. So, okay, so now 53. Let's ask for TSX to take care of our pushback. And I should also ask ground. Roger's ground. We are ready for push and start. This is Osprey 823 stand 10.
Osprey 823, Rogers ground, push and start approved, tail south.
Push and start approved, tail south, Osprey 823. Alright, let's move this a little bit. Okay, here, GSX. And let's prepare for pushback. Actually, what I can do use ground. I'm sorry, the ramp. Cockpit the ramp, please retract the jetway. Sometimes he doesn't understand what I'm saying. I'll try to be very clear. Come on, the whole system is a little bit slow today.
Ground to flight deck, copy that. Retracting the jetway.
Alright, so he's gonna retract. And then I'm gonna use DSX to prepare for pushback and departure. So you kind of mix and match a little bit. So otherwise GSX would have taken care of the jetway, but I did it using SayIntentions. Okay. And it kind of convenient. You can. This is an option. You can avoid this if you want, but you can double-click the frequencies here, and it tunes the radio for you, which is super handy. See people moving there in the terminal.
Checks completed. Bypass pin inserted. Locking gear.
Lock the door.
Fokker 8 Alpha Foxtrot would like to taxi to the cargo ramp.
Fokker 918 Alpha Foxtrot, Rogers ground taxi to cargo ramp via Foxtrot Echo Golf Charlie. Contact tower on 128.0 when ready for departure.
Taxi to cargo ramp via Foxtrot Echo Golf and Charlie. Thank you.
Let's see where we want to be. 10.
Fokker 8 Alpha Foxtrot would like to taxi
we want
to
nose
the
right.
SBO.
Release parking brakes, please.
Alright, parking brake release.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Alright. Gonna wait until it come away a little bit more. What we also want to do is we want to put the beacon on at this point. Bleed is on. Alright, we should be good to go. So ignition and engine 2.
Captain Krista, the cabin is ready for departure.
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard this flight with our virtual airline from Oklahoma City to Dallas-Fort Worth. We're delighted to have you with us today. My name is Piaf, and I am your lead flight attendant. Joining me in the cabin are my wonderful colleagues, Sarah, Mike, Emily, and John.
I love
Our captain for this flight is Captain Krista, and the first officer is Brian. We expect a flight time of approximately 32 minutes. Before we take off, I would like to go over some important safety information. First, please ensure your seatbelt is fastened low and tight across your lap. To unfasten, simply lift the buckle. In the unlikely event of a loss of cabin pressure, oxygen masks will drop down from above you. Pull the mask towards you to start the flow of oxygen, place it over your nose and mouth, and secure it with the elastic band. Remember to secure your own mask before assisting others.
Parking brake.
For our overwater flights, life vests are located under your seat.
There we go.
To use
we
them,
can
pull the vest
now
out, place it over your head, and pull the straps
engine
around your
runner.
waist. Inflate the vest by pulling the red tabs or by blowing into the tubes. In case of an emergency, we have exits located at the front, middle, and rear of the cabin. Please take a moment to locate your nearest exit, which may be behind you. We also ask that you stow your luggage securely in the overhead bins or under the seat in front of you. Thank you for your attention, and we hope you have a pleasant flight. Oh, it's my pleasure, Captain. Just doing my job with a smile.
Wonderful. Okay, initial altitude 5,000 is set. I think we are good now. Yeah.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
We're probably gonna go this way here up Echo or November. Alright, looks like we're clear. Let's ask for taxi. Rogers ground, we are ready for taxi. Osprey 823.
Osprey 823, Rogers ground, taxi to runway 17 left via November and Echo 1.
Taxi to runway 17 left via November, Echo 1. Osprey 823. Okay, there we have it. That's exactly the route that I was expecting. I will now turn off APU bleed, APU, turn on the taxi lights, and we are ready to go. Parking brake off. Let's start taxi.
Alaskan 36, 21 Rogers ground, Echo.
Pretty short taxi. Cabin crew, please let the cabin know that we are ready for departure. I don't know if that's the right call.
Okay, Captain. I will let the cabin know we are ready for departure.
But, you know, that's the AI thing. They understand.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now ready for departure.
Yeah.
Delta 12,
Please
pushing start
ensure your
approved, tail
seatbelts
south.
are fastened and your seats are in the upright position. Thank you for your cooperation.
So the AI understands. It's not a scripted thing that you have to say a specific thing before the AI actually understands what you want. So it's very cool. It's kind of conversational. I always say that, but it is. It's conversational. All right, here we come up to runway 17 left, and we are ready for departure. Brian, can you take care of the comms after this, please?
Sure, Krister. I'll handle the comms from here.
Rogers Tower, this is Osprey 823 at runway 17 left, ready for departure.
Osprey 823, Rogers Tower, runway 17 left, winds 205 at 20, gusting 27. RNAV Glops cleared for takeoff.
Runway 17 left, RNAV Glops cleared for takeoff, Osprey 823.
Wow, that's some wind. Okay, strobe. Always forget that damn thing. Oh, we put it on auto. All right, I think we are ready to take off, and it's 07. All right, let's go. Runway 17 left confirmed on runway. We're probably gonna see a little stutter from this airport here. Let's see. Okay, let's roll. Put a little pressure on the yoke. Flex. 67. Yeah, pulling back on the yoke. Ready for rotate. Positive climb gear up.
Will Rogers, World Tower, November 456 Alpha Bravo. Do you want me to go ahead and switch to departure?
6. Alpha Bravo negative, remain this frequency for radar services.
Autopilot on.
Copy that. 6 Alpha Bravo.
Osprey 3 Charlie Hotel, contact departure on 119.3.
Switching to departure on 119.3, Osprey 823.
Flaps up. Oops.
Oak City departure, Osprey 823. Good afternoon. We're climbing through 2500.
Osprey 823, Oak City departure. Radar contact. Cleared direct mud. Climb and maintain flight level 210.
Cleared direct mud. Climb and maintain flight level 210. Osprey 823.
Oops, got a little trouble there. Should get out of this, I hope. Okay, climb and maintain 21. Okay, we got Toga locked there, so he started to freak out a little bit because I got a little bit too slow. Probably got the my flaps off a little bit too early. I think we do get rid of that with oil throttle off and then on again. Yeah, throttle climb. Yeah, we're good. Okay, he said direct mud. Let's do that. Direct. There we go. Climbing nicely. So that Toga lock, I got rid of that by disconnecting the auto throttle and then turn it on again. Coming up to 10,000 feet, we're gonna hear an announcement from cabin crew. As I'm doing my thing to engage the switches here, so 10,000 feet, seat. Oops.
Dear guests, we have now reached a safe altitude, and you are welcome to use your electronic devices. Please ensure that they are in airplane mode. Also, I would like to remind you that our onboard Wi-Fi service is now available for your convenience.
Wi-Fi is on.
Enjoy your flight.
So our cruising altitude is 21,000. So we're going to climb to that, and then not too long after we're going to start to descend again down to DFW. And here we are. Flying our direct to mud. And then going south across the Red River and into DFW. Pretty short flights in the air, 35 minutes. Weather is great. Speaking of weather, let's look at the DFW and the weather at the airport. It's very windy there too. Wow.
Osprey 3 Charlie Hotel, contact Fort Worth Center on 132.45.
Dimeter.
Switching to Fort Worth Center on 132.45, Osprey 823. Fort Worth Center, Osprey 823. Afternoon. Climbing through 15,000 for flight level 210.
Osprey 823, Fort Worth Center, good afternoon, radon altimeter 30.15.
Gonna be ready for setting standard here. And I have ordered the EFIS, the double EFIS for, I already have the Wind Wing FCU, so I ordered these two as well. That's going to be really cool. Alright, standard set. Go back here. Let's see, what did you say? Wind to 1016. Oops, that's not what I wanted. There. And what did you say here? QNH 3027. Probably gonna adjust that as we get closer.
Fort Worth Center, hello, FedEx 435 Heavy with you at flight level 330.
We haven't
FedEx
done that
435
yet.
Heavy, Fort Worth Center, good morning.
So let's do that one. Murray. Go. Seven, 4, 1. So Texas is flat. I mean, super,
Ladies and
super
gentlemen,
flat.
we have now reached cruising altitude. Oh, how lovely it is up here. We will begin our snack and drink service shortly. I must say, our delightful chicken salad wrap and the creamy chocolate mousse are simply divine. After our service, we will also have some wonderful articles from the shop available for you to browse. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight from Oklahoma City to Dallas-Fort Worth.
Isn't she wonderful? And like I said, Texas is flat. I mean, Oklahoma and Texas, we're still in Oklahoma, but it is flat. Not a mountain in sight. Alright, let's see. When is top of descent? Top of descent 40. So UTC 2123, so we sit at 2117. So about 18 now, so 5 minutes to top of descent, so it's very quick. And top of descent, we're gonna just plug in 2300, that's where we're gonna end up. So yeah, this level, and then he's gonna navigate through the restrictions himself. That's what I like to do. So in the anticipation, I'll dial this in on my FCU. I have a little problem, and I don't know if that is only on the fly-by-wire, because if I switch this on my real FSU I have in front of me, this doesn't change. So there we go, now we're ready. Whenever they say that we should descend. And last time I flew this earlier today and I didn't really get a good notification of descent in time, so we're gonna see the little descent squiggle here. So we should get.
Climb and maintain flight level 370.
So we should get a little notification here in the next couple of minutes for descent.
Delta 128, maintain flight level
I can
370.
also ask Brian to ask, just to say that we want to descend in about 5 minutes. Brian, could you tell ATC that we want to start our descent in about 5 minutes?
Krister, we can't request descent yet. We're still in the climb phase. Let's wait until we're closer to our top of descent.
Negative, we are not in our climb phase. We are in our cruise phase. It's not on the ball today.
Actually, we're still in the climb phase, Krister. We're not in cruise yet.
Well, I beg to differ. Well, play this by ear. See what it says. We get the call out here from ATC when we need it or not. Otherwise, I'll just tell ATC. Brian, I'll take over the comms now.
All right, Krister, you've got the comms.
Fort Worth Center, we want to descend in about 3 minutes. Osprey ATC.
Krister, we're still in the climb phase. We can't request descent yet.
Oh, I called on him instead of Fort Worth Center, Osprey 823 requesting start of descent.
Osprey 3 Charlie Hotel, what altitude were you requesting?
We're requesting start of descent to initially 10,000 feet.
Osprey 3 Charlie Hotel, descend and maintain 10,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 10,000 feet, Osprey 823. Okay, good. So when we get to the little squiggle here, we can start our descent.
American 3470, flight level 360. American 3470.
We started descent now. I said 10,000, but I think that's our first restriction. So once we get there, the plane gonna do this himself. So I'm pressing this button here now for start the descent. We go into descent mode here, as you see. And the first restriction he goes for is 3,000 here, which is fine. That would be Maury. We go first over Arbuckle, and then I think Maury after that.
1
Brian, please take the comms.
All right, Krister, I've got the comms now.
It's nice to have him do the comms when I'm descending and starting to get into the landing phase, etc. Right, getting ready to change this to whatever we have right now, which I'm gonna look up. Air pressure, we set this to 3027 this time. And we are leaving standard.
Osprey 3 Charlie Hotel. Expect the Victory to arrival. Descent coming up in about 0 minutes.
Expect the Victory to arrival, Osprey 823.
Oh, so that's a little crosswire there. So he thinks that that we haven't started our descent yet, which is a little weird. Cabin crew, could I have another cup of coffee, please? Thank you very much.
Of course, Captain. I will bring you another cup of coffee right away.
Thank you. Oh, that's nice. Cabin crew, there is a smell in the bathroom. Could you please check that out and see what that is about? Thank you. You can really ask them anything and they react in some way or the other.
Osprey 3 Charlie Hotel, roger. Unable to assist with cabin issues. Please coordinate with your flight crew for any in-flight concerns.
Oi, I pressed the wrong button. Cabin crew, could you please check the foul smell from the bathroom and see if you can do something about it? I called ATC and said this. Oh, excuse me. And I called ATC and said that.
Of course, Captain. I'll check the bathroom right away and see what I can do about that smell.
Called ATC and asked them if they could check the bathroom. That's funny. Oh, yeah. Okay, climbing down here to towards Poppa. Or you don't say climb down, you descend. I'm getting punchy here, it's a little bit late. 10:30 in Sweden. This looks a little bit funky. Let's see, flight plan. Alright, coming down up to 10,000 here. Let's turn on the lights. As well as seatbelts. Let's see the MCD real quick. Hoppa Hodax. Okay, so Arbuckle Poppa Hodax.
Descend and maintain 3,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 3,000 feet. I'm at 4 Papa Tango.
Oh, speed limit exceeded.
Citation 4 Charlie Bravo, speed 250 knots.
Okay, we're getting down to the speed here.
Osprey 3 Charlie Hotel. Descend via Victory 2 for the ILS. Runway 17 left approach into Dallas, altimeter 30.24.
Descend via Victory 2 for the ILS 17 left approach, altimeter 3024, Osprey 823.
Osprey 3 Charlie Hotel, contact Lone Star approach on 135.975.
Switching to Lone Star approach on 135.975, Osprey 823.
We're not going exactly according to the flight plan, which is weird because
Lone Star approach, Osprey 823. Good afternoon. We're descending past 9,000.
Osprey 823, Lone Star approach. Good afternoon. Dallas altimeter 30.27. Expect the ILS runway 17 left approach into Dallas.
Altimeter 3027, expecting ILS 17 left approach. Osprey 823.
Oh, 17
Ladies
left.
and gentlemen, we have left our cruising altitude and have started our approach to Dallas-Fort Worth. Please return to your seats, stow your tables, and fasten your seatbelts.
17 left.
The use of the lavatories is now not allowed. Thank you for your cooperation.
Okay. Okay, that was different. Okay. Not allowed in nav.
Osprey 3 Charlie Hotel, proceed direct inwood. Descend and maintain 3,000 until established on the localizer cleared for the ILS
Direct
runway
inwood.
17 left
Okay,
approach.
thank you. Savior.
Direct inwood. Descend and maintain 3,000 until established on the localizer. Cleared ILS runway 17 left approach. Osprey 823.
Inwood. Great. Okay, 17 left. Let's scramble. Let's change that so I can. 17 left. Change to.
Walker 4110, contact regional approach on 118.55.
118.55. Approach, good evening, American 509, 10 from
663.
American 509, regional approach. Good evening, altimeter 2985.
Alright, that was a quick change. Gosh. So this is a RNAV approach. So it's a GPS approach. Still valid with 3,200. Oh, there's a lot of airplanes here. I'm gonna remove them actually. All this AI stuff. It just gets complicated. It's nice when you're on the ground, but when you try to land and you have airplanes flying all around you and ATC is not doing any sequencing, it's super irritating. Okay, I think we have everything set up. So we're going to go inward and then take a right turn, and then we go down towards the airport. And if we're missing, if we need to do a missed approach, climb to 1000, then climb left, turn 3000, direct to TAC and hold at TAC. Hopefully we're not gonna have to do that. But they said it was windy, so it's gonna be a bumpy landing, I'm sure. I'm gonna try and do it. Okay, we're about to 3000 now.
2,500.
We should be much slower than this. By now, I think. Might be some stutter when we land as well. DFW. That model.
Turn left heading 035, descend and maintain 3000 until established on the localizer cleared for the ILS approach. 36 right.
What's the speed restriction? Yeah,
Osprey 3 Charlie Hotel,
17.
contact Dallas Tower on 124.15. Switching to Dallas Tower on 124.15,
Okay, I'm gonna put
Osprey
in one
823.
flap.
Dallas Tower, Osprey 823. Good afternoon. We're established on the ILS approach for runway 17 left.
Osprey 823, Dallas Tower, wind 205 at 16, gusting 28. Runway 17 left, cleared to land.
Okay.
Runway 17 left, cleared to land.
Approach.
Osprey 823.
Gear down. Another flap. There we got localizer. Full flaps. Arm spoilers. Alert cabin. Cabin crew, we're about to land.
Okay, Captain. I will prepare the cabin for landing.
Little micro stutter is going on here.
1,000.
1,000. Okay, I'm gonna take over. Not too high. Oh, it is windy.
Hundred above.
Not too high.
Minimum.
Proceed. Oh, it's startery.
400.
Way too high here. At least I'm not blown off the runway yet. That's gonna float down the runway, see.
$50, $40, $30, $20, retard.
Oh. A little rough, but we got her down. Take this exit here.
Osprey 3 Charlie Hotel, welcome to Dallas. Contact ground on 121.85.
Contacting ground on 121.85, Osprey 823.
All right, let's clean up.
Dallas ground, Osprey 823, afternoon. We've cleared runway 17 left and are ready to taxi to the gate.
See where we go now.
Osprey 823, Dallas ground, taxi to H88X via Quebec 6, Quebec Echo Romeo, Papa Alpha, cross runway 35 center, then cross runway 35 left, then Hotel Alpha. Have a good day.
Welcome to Dallas Fort Worth. The weather here is a
Quebec
lovely
6,
22
Quebec Echo
degrees
Romeo, Papa
Celsius
Alpha,
with no
cross 35
clouds
center,
and no
cross 35 left, then
precipitation.
Hotel Alpha,
Thank
Osprey
you for flying
823.
with our virtual airline today. Please remain seated until we reach our
So
final
when you
parking
get
position.
those instructions, it's nice to be able to read it.
Brian and the entire crew, we wish you a wonderful day and a happy new year 2025.
All right, so that was the flight. Thanks for joining me with Osprey Airways
Delta 922,
as we are flying from Oklahoma to DFW. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you want more of this, like and subscribe. And if you want to try SayIntentions, click the link.
Delta 922, read back correct.
I'm going to continue the flight here, so we get to the ground, to the ramp, but that's going to be silent. So, hope you enjoyed it. And now we're taxiing to the gate. Dallas ground requesting permission to cross runway 35 center and 35 left.
Osprey 3 Charlie Hotel, cross runway 35 center and 35 left approved.
Crossing runway 35 center, 35 left, Osprey ATC.